3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdowns. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Seahawk defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one, because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Thomas. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, it's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, 34 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Denver.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll go play action with Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Harvey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Now he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Broncos 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
18, Pioneer.
2nd and 9 now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A nice little juke. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down and goal to go.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the give, it's Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Nix. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw. Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And avoids the contact by sliding.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ricky Wright in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A final shot before break. Nix. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake. Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Nix from the shotgun. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
13 yards down to the 13.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 13-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, and they'll accept that penalty.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have the chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24.
Broncos 21.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready, go.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 118 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Chop
and
60,
10.
chop 60.
At the 11-yard line.
Ready, Cougar 19. 70 Rangers, 19 tight, 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Once more with Harvey. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw is Nix. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To the left side, looked in by Horton.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
Oh, good move. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
And going right back to Walker.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready?
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
Fighting him off. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.